We were talking about the $28 billion bailout, and it's a slush fund. Now, Congress has not spent $470 billion of the original bailout fund. And so they went back, and what they're trying to do is shore up money going into the unions for the police union, the firemen's union, the teachers' unions. The federal U.S. Department of Education is one of the largest bureaucracies around. Now, they tout themselves of saying that, and I forget the numbers, but basically it's 15,000 employees, but they have like $800 billion budget, and what they're doing is running a lot of programs back through there. It's the Houston Independent School District. It's the Aldie Independent School District. It's the Spring Branch Independent School District. And the reason it's set up that way is because the education should be in the control of the local people, the parents, the taxpayers, and the officials working for the school district. There's 9 different independent school districts in the 18th Congressional District. You cannot do the same problems and solve the same problems the same way in North Forest Independent School District as Spring Branch or Aldie. Each one of them have their own unique sets of questions and problems. But yet the federal government's going to come in and say, this is one thing that you do across the United States, and it won't work. What I was basically saying, it's not good for the children. I am a strong supporter of education. We can go into about my dad going to Reagan High School and not getting a high school education because of the Depression. These children could be facing the same problem my dad did in 1932. If we go into a long-term depression and these kids that, 10 years from now are still trying to get out of school, they're not going to have a job. And that's what's happening with them. These children today that are going to get, I forgot, one of the numbers was $800,000, I think, going into one of the charter schools. Those children are going to be taxed and to pay it back. Obama, Pelosi, and Sheila Jackson Lee are spending those children's future earnings, and it has to stop. And I think on November the 2nd there'll be enough of us to do that. Well, President Obama, Nancy Pelosi, and Sheila Jackson Lee. Obama, Pelosi, and Sheila, that's OPS, OPS. I choose to think of it as OOPS, okay? They're running out of money. They're running out of votes. Congress has an approval rating of about 11 or 12%. Nancy Pelosi was seeing that a lot of the unions and a lot of the folks on the left were starting to back away from the Obama wave that went in. And so they're worried about their votes. The unions have paid so much money into the Democrat campaign that there's payback. What they did is that Nancy Pelosi called Congress back in session during the August recess, which is known to be the time to do town hall meetings, to pass this slush fund going back to the unions. And it's a payback. The problem is we don't have the money to be giving it out. So it's going to be reflected in inflation, and it's going to be reflected in the Federal Reserve printing more money, the U.S. Treasury printing more money, and the Federal Reserve buying it. This is strictly a union payoff. The school teachers and HISD, they're very well paid. There's not a shortage. If there is a shortage, they should be looking to the state legislature and to the local taxpayers, not to people all over the United States. There's a couple of school districts that they really wanted to get the money to, but they had to do it nationwide to be able to justify it. And that's what's wrong with it. This is paying back political debt.